What's up, guys? Welcome back to So Many Parks, So Little Time, or as I like to call it, it's Impressive Toilet. So earlier this year, we were at Universal Orlando Resort in Florida. Well, today we are at Universal Studios Hollywood in Hollywood, California. Now, I have been to the Orlando Resort countless times, but this is actually my first time here in Hollywood. Growing up, I always just lived closer to Orlando, and then the Orlando parks have always just been deemed the superior of the two parks, so I never really had a good excuse to come out to the Hollywood location. I was going to wait until Super Nintendo World opens, however, there are rumors floating around that Revenge of the Mummy is on its way out, so I figured I would come here and experience the park just so that I'm sure that I get onto that roller coaster before it goes away. I will definitely be back for Super Nintendo World and the rumored Fast and the Furious coaster. So just like the Orlando Resort, this park is themed to the movies, except it is pretty much built within the actual Universal City Studios entertainment complex. As such, there's a greater focus on sound stages as well as behind-the-scenes movies, and even the Universal Studios Florida location. While it may not be as big as the Florida Resort, they have a lot of similarities, including the Harry Potter world, a Jurassic Park ride, which unfortunately is closed today. Lots of similarities, but also plenty of differences too, namely in the landscape of this place. It is built on a hillside. It'll also be very tricky to film this park because almost all of the rides are indoors. They don't allow filming on the ride, so there's not a whole lot that I can show you ride-wise, but I will do my best to show you like the detailed cues and as much as the rides as I can. But yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Southern California, so let's go check out Universal Studios Hollywood.
Stories and tales of the glories of Christmas time.
No idea where things are.
Baby, while I make use of it.
Mr. Nahasabi, my pedalon, I think this ice cream is spoiled.
Oh, watch and learn, my sons. This is not vanilla ice cream. It is lime swirl.
So while waiting for the studio tour to open, I decided to take a quick lap on the Simpsons Ride. It's a ride I've done countless times at the Florida location, but is it just me or does the California one have way more movement than the Florida one? That was actually a lot wilder than I anticipated.
Driver, her name is Arlene. Everyone say hello, Arlene.
Hello, Arlene.
Arlene saying hello. She's a great driver, and we're on our way. I'm going to bring in another superstar of the tour, Jimmy Fallon, off the side of the tram. Or you have any sound or video issues, reach up, grab the red, we're getting a makeover. On your screen, some of the productions that filmed in 12. Our Emmy-winning NBC show, The Theme Park, on the right side. Well, we're very excited to announce that Super Nintendo World will be opening in early. That's Ted the Teddy Bear. He's celebrating. On Peacock, they are filming currently the first season of a series on the right, Metropolitan sets. The buildings are facades, front and side of the building, but there's nothing inside around the back. A facade. We're going to take you a little deeper into our metro area. Ted recently used Courthouse Square for filming, and that's where the second season of the Peacock show Rutherford Falls.
Wait, this is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. I'm walking here.
Okay.
I like films that just take you away from your real life.
Pulled for production, but you still have Magnum Red Ferrari on display. Several vehicles will take you back to the future. We go back to the Stone Age, vehicles on display from our movie The Flintstones. The wizards will recognize the Ford Anglia from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I see the gyrosphere from Jurassic World and the Crawdaddy boat. Okay, don't worry, it's very peaceful here this morning, nothing to worry about. Just sit back. Surprise! We're going to figure it out on the back, and we did travel great distances in a very short amount of time. We were just in the jungle islands. In a moment, we'll be in Old Mexico. Now the turn very sharp above the thunder and the lightning. Well, this location also prone to thunderstorms, lightning, what rain beginning to fall also. You know, as I watch the rain come down, boy, looking to me as if the rain can flood. Left side, flash flood, take cover, look out. The result of houses together to 3 circles of water being released from tanks up on top of the hill. On the left, 6 points where Quentin Tarantino filmed scenes for his Academy Award-winning film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. The Good Place ran for 4 seasons, very original, clever show. Now, what makes Little Europe historic? It's where they created the monster movies, starting back in the silent days. Now, with the advent of technology, it's like cover, nothing to worry about. This New England town, terrorized by that shark in one of Universal's biggest hits ever, Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Look out! Look out! Too late. Come on, Officer George. All right, we're going to clear the area.
If we don't keep in step with the times, things that once were neat and thrilling can become old and stupid.
The beige home. That home shows up in the 1950 Jimmy Stewart classic film Harvey. Next door to that, the Munsters home, 1313 Mockingbird Lane. That's a popular 1960 show with Fred Gwynne. The yellow home on the left you might recognize as Susan's, played by Terry Hatcher on ABC's Desperate Housewives Motel. And Norman Bates' house from Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller, Psycho. Well, look who just came out of cabin 1. Norman Bates. What is he up to? Oh, here he comes. Coming out, carrying Marion Crane. Well, let's quietly get out of here before Norman has a chance to see. Too late. We can now show you one of the most impressive sets ever created, a spectacular crash site set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
We forget to sit down to talk about War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. This is Jupiter's Planet, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? But a little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso exhibit from Hotspot. Welcome to the of No.
Take that advice and get out. So places, please. Right on the set. Rolling. Action.
Nice to meet you.
Who do you work for? We don't work for nobody. Cop, I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Let's go, Cookie Puss! We won't get fried!
This is our turn.
After them!
Okay, guys, it's showtime.
How about you eat asphalt?
Don't think you're getting away!
Got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
Hollywood app. So you can check on show times to Waterworld, check on the wait times to all of the attractions. We're doing that. And enjoy the rest of the beautiful day at Universal Studios Hollywood. We are the entertainment capital of LA. I wish you all a very joyful holiday season. It's been my pleasure.
So while I came here to ride Mummy, Studio Tour is a ride that I was absolutely looking forward to the most, and it was fantastic. I love movies, so getting to take a very genuine behind-the-scenes look, well, mostly genuine behind-the-scenes look at the actual Universal Studio backlot, that's fantastic, and it makes it such a standout attraction. Dare I say, this is one of the best attractions at any Universal park, period. I really like the inclusion of the Nope set. Inclusions of newer movies definitely keeps the tour fresh and re-rideable. Funnily enough, for as much as I've been to Universal Orlando, I still have not ridden Fast and Furious Supercharged, so this was my first time actually riding something of its ilk. But yeah, overall, this was just fantastic. Highly recommend it.
What sound does the choo-choo train make?
Whoa, wait a minute. Where's Hagrid's? It's a little busy today, but you know that it's relatively quiet when you can walk around Hogsmeade and you're not just shoulder to shoulder with absolutely everybody.
Once let one of my students
So I rode Flight of the Hippogriff, not the Vekoma roller coaster. That was actually very, very tame. It's been probably a good 15 years since I rode the one in Orlando, but they're fun rides. And it was interesting to see Mock's sort of take on the Vekoma roller skater. As always, a fun ride. So it's not a trip to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter without a butterbeer, of course, though this will be my second butterbeer in a little over a week on an entirely different continent. The video with that context should be out next month. So I got to ride Revenge of the Mummy, mission accomplished. And with that, I have now ridden all 3 Revenge of the Mummy roller coasters in the world, Orlando, Singapore, and now California. And I have to say, while I do like the Orlando and Singapore versions a little bit better, I do like how this one has a different layout from the 2, so I was able to ride it and have absolutely no idea what was going to happen. I also liked how this version has an extended backwards sequence. That's something that the other 2 versions do not have. So overall, I guess we'll see if those rumors about the ride closing will come to fruition, but it's a good roller coaster and it definitely would be a shame if it left. At the same time though, I can absolutely see the park deciding to move ahead because they're pressed for space and it is a bit of an older ride, but we'll see what the future holds for Mummy, but otherwise I'm really glad that I got a chance to ride it.
This is Optimus Prime. My Autobots are taking the battle stations in Nest and the surrounding area. We'll provide you with all the cover we can.
So, Transformers Ride, just like its Orlando and Singapore counterparts, it's a very fun ride. Like the other 2, while I think it relies a little too much on digital effects rather than props and scenery, it still uses its ride system to its advantage, and for that, it's done really well. It's also one of the few simulators that can really pull off slow motion, and yes, it's corny, but it makes it so much more fun.
Dinosaurs are female. We don't have any male dinosaurs. Yeah. So we don't want a pet for today. Keep in mind, Sierra here is only 6 months old, and anything she sees us do, she wants to try. So when we establish that as a greeting behavior,
Remember Escalator Land from the Fairly Odd Parents? I think this is what it was based off of.
When do we get to the ride?
This is the ride!
Yippee!
I take mine black.
We'll wait for lunch after we get this shot.
Lights, camera, and action.
And 2 fingers, extend your arm out straight to your side. Flappy's gonna see that I know exactly where our actress is located. Let go. That was easy. Thanks. Enjoy the show. Over here's a $20 bill. Perfect. Now you flap really hard and fly on down here and get it. Go ahead and take it right back where you found it. Excellent job from Flappy. Well done, little buddy. Perfect flight. Step 2, add a little bit of movie magic. Take a look at the screen. Fantastic job. How about another round? Get on your mark. Good. I'd like to introduce you to a friend. Race on back there. Folks, this is not a trick. Snacks is taking his direction from our fine young actor, Caden. He's rummaging through this pile and he brought out the first item. A hat. Did you ask for a hat? Yes or no? Yes. Folks, we got the first one right! It's going back there again. So this is gonna be a 100% show. Caden, I don't know what you asked for, but don't worry, he was tuned in. He's digging. Whoa! Wait a minute, where did you get there? We're gonna run a CAT scan. Yeah, a CAT scan's a big machine. That's a real cat, guys. That's not what Ellie, did you see anybody chasing the cat back here? Nope, that's the guinea pig. Honey, I said guinea pigs, not give me the pig. We're not. Okay, I guess we're cool with that. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Universal's Animal Active.
Sitting in a dark tent, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. Then, when seen in the right order, in the right light and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world.
And the Sphinx from the opening shot of that movie is this model right here. This is the actual model used during that filming. And the attention to detail is unbelievable. Not just the Sphinx itself, but all the scaffolding, the hieroglyphics. Susan would agree that models are still a great way to fool the camera, right?
Parking lot were real. Everything else was hand-painted on glass to create a map and then dropped in front of the camera. And then the footage of the birds was incorporated to complete the effect.
Did somebody say stunts?
Yup.
Please welcome our special effects stunt department!
Yeah! Where are you going so fast?
Jack Foley wore many hats, assigned the movie director, writing westerns, even a stunt double. But when he started doing sound effects for Universal back in the 20s, that's when he really made a name for himself. And action.
Get over here and give me your wrist. Okay? Now I have a plan.
Nice, big finish.
Horror technique, Hollywood blood. It's hilarious. Take a look. This is a false blade with a cutout for her arm that comes out of the handle like that. Meanwhile, though, I'm squeezing movie blood from this hole back here so that it comes out of a tube right where the notch is, so it looks like it's bleeding right from her arm. One more time, okay, Keisha? 1, 2, 3. Now the computer connects the dots on his suit and creates the digital skeleton you see. So I'm ready to do a T-pose. That's perfect. We always start with the T-pose to mark the beginning of each take ratio. Add a wire frame on top. Finally, they can add skins. Using this technology, we can turn Ryan and his movements into anything that we want. Ryan, we've turned you into a cuddly, friendly teddy bear.
Oh, sweet. Hey, what's up? I'm a bear.
At the completion of the shot, Julia will make her way to this fire blanket where she will be extinguished. At that point, we're looking for a thumbs up that she is okay.
Stunts ready.
Ready and action.
Light. You're lit.
10 seconds.
Route.
She's okay!
So I caught the animal actors and special effects show and pretend that it's not dark out at the moment. So another reason why I wanted to come to Universal Studios is because it was announced that the show's animal actors and the special effects show are going to be ending pretty soon. There are some future developments that are rumored, and those two shows take up quite a bit of space, so getting rid of those is a pretty logical decision because that would open up quite a bit of space. That being said, I have no emotional attachment to these shows, so I went in not really knowing anything about them, and they were both very fun. They both fit in their respective movie-making themes very, very well, something that the Universal parks have been slowly fading out. And even though I can't say that I'm going to be sad to see them gone or anything, I'm still really, really glad that I saw them because they were both very fun. So yeah, two really good shows showing movie-making magic, but I can't wait to see what the park plans to do in the future.
JD, what do you think? Did you do your mama joke? It's showtime. Riga, lights. That could have got better. All right, boys, places.
Especially these guys in front and maybe that family over there. They're obviously Kung Fu fans. Look! The helmet of Master Thundering Rhino.
I see you, Thundering Rhino. And raise you one talking donkey.
Wait, look at this. The Sword of Heroes.
This is the liquid of ultimate power.
Well, if the Emperor needs that delivery, then we'll make sure he gets it. Right, guys?
So I did Kung Fu Panda Adventure, and this is a ride that replaced Shrek 4D here, and I must say I like this quite a bit better than Shrek 4D. Yeah, Shrek 4D, it just seems sort of awkward and dated, and for a Universal Studios ride, it just felt very out of place. Kung Fu Panda Adventure is quite an upgrade over that. I will say that the first 2/3 of the ride, it's just okay. It's a fine ride, it's nothing bad or anything, but then the last third of the ride is actually pretty darn cool. So yeah, overall, it's still one of the lower tier Universal attractions, but it's just so much better than Shrek 4D. I really hope that the other Universal parks get something like this too.
How is Shrek going? Shrek is going fine. Always going fine. He's probably currently in the bed. So what, you know your mama jokes? I only do your mama compliments. Your mama is so pretty that everyone thinks she's so pretty and wanted to put her in beauty magazine. Burn! Yeah, that's her there. Ooh, I was right.
Any of you know what floor this is? I'm trying to get back to my apartment. I've been lost for days. Not all days, though. I don't like to brag, but I did find half a cheese here yesterday. How come you guys don't have collars on?
He helps all kinds of animals.
And he doesn't even care. So, you know he's a hero.
Love his truck! Beat it! Sorry.
We have to yell at him to leave. It'll just stay there.
This place is wrong.
To find you a home, we're gonna need the greatest plan ever. With you, every new plan I come up with is the new greatest plan ever. There's an adoption event happening right now. You in a shirt. I dig your look. Who's your groom? Wow, you puppies smell like churros and popcorn. Man, you're making me hungry.
Currently stuck on Secret Life of Pets. At least it's not a bad ride to be stuck on.
You love it. I just get back home. That's all I
So, Secret Life of Pets is a fun ride, but I wouldn't exactly call it one of my favorite ones here at the park or even in the Universal chain. Now, I love that this ride heavily features animatronics and physical sets. That is fantastic. It is exactly what Universal parks need these days. However, this thing does some questionable things. First and foremost, I have no clue why they decided to go with two-seat cars. Seems like a very weird choice in this day and age. And then the ride also has these pretty bulky lap bars. There are barely any forces. It's like Haunted Mansion. It's probably less forceful than Haunted Mansion, but they have these big bulky lap bars that you'd probably find on a mock roller coaster. And then there doesn't seem to be too much of a story, but that's all well and good considering it is what it is. So overall, mixed thoughts, but if this ends up being the only Secret Life of Pets ride in the Universal parks, then I'm totally okay with that too. But where?
Greetings, recruits. Welcome to my home. I am Grow, master of villain, scourge of humanity. So, you want to be a me? Your training will begin soon, but be warned, danger lurks. Doing dangerous clown, fear my red nose. That's enough. Girls, would you please just let me do this?
Oh, we were just trying to keep things interesting.
This will sound weird, but I actually consider Despicable Me to be kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. Now, it is kind of a one and done, and I don't even do it every single time I go to Universal Studios Florida, but I actually kind of enjoy Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's very cute and very wholesome. The entire ride, I had a smile on my face, I was laughing, I was enjoying it, all the kids were having a blast. So yeah, I think the ride gets a bit of a bad rap, but it's honestly a pretty fun ride. And honestly, the way Universal Studios Hollywood dressed it up here, it looks so much better than the one in Florida. It really, really fits in well here.
From the chair, the Grinch put his hand to his ear. Every hoop down movie, the tall and Sounds like yet another clear violation of the Warlocks Convention of 1709. Then again, with all these muggles running about, perhaps dragons just
gone on to distinguish themselves as fine witches and wizards. A few, it's true, have strayed to the dark side.
Excuse me, we thought some of you might be looking for a way to escape Professor Bin's lecture. If you're not, you're mental.
You're very near. The waiting must be long, but smoking, drinking, eating, while in
Okay? One more. 4 and 2. 4 minutes, okay? How many? 6, 3 and 3. Well, it took all day, but I managed to get on Forbidden Journey. Yeah, the ride was closed for most of today, so when the ride was open for the last half of the day, pretty much all of the park flocked to the ride, so I almost didn't get a chance to ride it, but I did. And it is exactly what I expected it. Exactly the same as the one in Orlando. It's a fantastic ride. It's one of the best dark rides in the world. A couple of effects were not working on this one that were working in Florida, but then at the same time, some of the effects that weren't working last time I was in Florida were working on this one, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Either way, absolutely fantastic ride. that was Universal Studios Hollywood, and this was a very, very fun day. It was very cool getting to sort of compare and contrast the Hollywood park with the Florida park, because there are several similarities, but there are also a ton of differences. And overall, this felt just like a completely different park from the Florida version, except for when, you know, come across like an attraction like Mummy or Despicable Me or Forbidden Journey. That's also at the Florida park. On that note, yeah, there's really no comparison. I think I'd take both the Florida parks over this park, and I think I'd put it about on par with Universal Studios Singapore, which of course is not a knock on the park. I really like both of those parks. But yeah, the Florida parks really just capture the magic of just transporting you to another world. This park, though, does an exemplary job of taking you behind the scenes, probably better than both of the Florida parks at that note. So yeah, this was absolutely worth it. Mummy was worth it. The 2 shows that are going away, those are worth it, and I had a very, very fun day here, even though it was very, very busy. And I'm also excited for all the new things that are rumored to be coming to this park. Should we be getting that Fast and Furious coaster, then absolutely this will elevate my opinion on this park. And then with Super Nintendo World coming, I will absolutely be back. And it's kind of funny, at the beginning of this day, I was worried that I wasn't going to have a lot of footage, and now over half a memory card and all my batteries completely rinsed later, I have so much footage to go through here. So that's going to do it for Universal Studios Hollywood. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are almost at the end of the season. We got one more video left, and it's going to be a pretty special one. Thank you guys once again. Take care.